Hi, here we are, Pine Mountain Trail. I had one of my subs reach out to me last night wanting to know if I was on the trail this weekend. Of course I am. And we're getting ready to do the Overlook Loop, which is a 3.4 miles. That's right up my alley, about 3.4 miles. Fortunately, the campsite is 1.7, halfway in. Then tomorrow we'll continue on up. Maybe I think there's a half a dozen switchbacks to get back up to the road and then hike back out. So it's 1.7 in, 1.7 out. My hiking buddy for today is John, and this is him right here.
Hey guys.
his YouTube channel is Diddy Bushcraft Outdoors. I'll reference it in the description and if you need to go to it. But anyway, we're gonna start this hike now. Now, I've hiked this trail quite a few times. Unfortunately, we don't have those great vistas that those guys out in Utah and Colorado and all those places have. This is just strictly walking through the forest, bumping into trees and branches. Of course, this time of year, the leaves are falling off the tree, which kind of obscures the trail a little bit, but they're so well traveled, there's no way that you could get lost. At least, I don't think so. Come on, John.
You see my short legs, don't you?
Yeah, now I do. Don't scrape your nuts. Got it?
Yeah.
John has asked how I pack my bag. So I never did this, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and show him. I'm gonna unpack it and show him how it comes out and why I've got it the way it is. Now the first thing is I take out this little, it was a ground sheet that Mike, my brother-in-law, gave me. That's the first thing I do is put it down, and I do that. It's carried in the mesh of my backpack case is raining. That's the main reason. So that's the first thing I do. Now, let's see. All right, John's sitting right here and he's going to observe. All right, first thing is on the top of my pack is my chair. Got the way I got to have a chair. So haul one in, what kind, it don't matter. It needs to be a chair. Okay, got my chair set. Got my chair set up. All right, let's get into this pack. Now, to start with, I don't know if you can see it, on the outside I carried things that I might need during a hike. Carry this in case you take a break and want to sit down. I carry my water filter in case you're on a long hike and you need to filter water. You need to have easy access. Everything on the outside, is over the years I found out I need easy access to. There's a hat, because my poncho, when it rains, you got to have a bill. There's my rain gear, needs to be accessible. There's my dig tool and my toilet paper and poop kit. I carry a pair of hiking gloves because in the cold weather, we didn't need them today, but in cold weather, I got to have access to them. Keep your hands, keep the wind from freezing your hands. All right, now over on this side is nothing much, just a bandana. This goes inside my tent. Okay, now here's the part, John, that's important. First thing in my tent, my top of my bag is my tent. In case it's raining, that's the first thing I want to set up, right? In case it rains. Next comes my food package. And now this is what makes it real easy for me. I've got two bags here. One is called inside bag, one is outside bag. Everything that goes in my tent, my pillow, extra socks, clothing, whatever, my batteries, whatever goes inside the tent is here. I used to put them individually in here. And that's a hard thing, pulling out each one. Where does this go? Where does that go? Here, this, just throw it in your tent. This is the inside bag. this, my cook set, my canisters, and anything that I might need outside. My bear line, night light if you got one, whatever you outside goes in this bag. So this is already done. Then there's my Tory jacket. Might need it tonight when it gets a little chilly. Now I brought my 30-inch Climate insulated pad. It's got a little weight to it. This short hike is only 3.4 miles, so I like sleeping on a 30-inch pad. And I've got the pump sack in there, so I don't have to blow it up. Now, last thing in here at the bottom, this is my Enlighten Equipment 10-degree quilt. That's it. Of course, on the outside, I carry bear spray. I've been carrying it on every hike since I was 72 years old. Almost 9 years now I've carried this on every hike, This gives me a sense of security. And of course, access to your water on the outside of your bag. And that's it, John. What do you think?
Well,
Did any of it helpful or not?
I don't see how all that stuff fit in that pack.
Well, it does.
It looks like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All right, listen, we're here at the campsite with John. He's at Diddy Bushcraft and Outdoors, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it in the description like I said earlier. But what I want to say was I'm sitting in a chair. He's sitting in a chair. Last week, I was out here, not at this campsite, but I was out here with Metro on the Move, Andy, and we did a live over an hour. And I have to keep adjusting myself in these chairs because these ends of them, they hit a nerve of whatever, and it makes my leg go to sleep. Now, after we finished the live and I got up, I almost keeled over, and Andy jumps up and grabs me and said, "What's wrong? What's the matter?" I said, "Nothing wrong, Andy. My leg went to sleep. I can't stand up on it." But anyway, it kind of upset him. I said, "Look, if something happens," he thought I just keeled over, dead or something. I said, "Look, you just deal with it if it happens. It ain't nothing you can control." But anyway, why I brought that up is John, how many years ago when we were together?
I think it was in September 2020.
2020. I was with him and my brother-in-law, Mike P. Hiker, and we was at a campsite here on the Pine Mountain Trail, and it happened. The same thing happened. He witnessed it. I got up and this leg was gone. It was like I had one leg. Now, I couldn't stand on one leg. It's almost like a controlled fall. I've got to go down to the ground till I get feeling back in the leg. But you remember that happening?
I remember.
Yeah, I'm spinning around on the ground. Mike turned around and said, "What's going on?" You know, I said, "My leg went to sleep. I can't stand up." But you know, I told that story because I was looking for confirmation that someone out there must have that issue with these chairs. They're only 20 inches, and they point up, and it just happens to hit me in the wrong spot. Now I'm okay as long as I keep adjusting like that. I can be all right. But if I forget, this is what, and then I go to stand up, it don't work for me. I have to go a controlled fall down is what it is. Anyway, okay. This may not make the video. All right, you know, last week out here with Andy from Metro on the Move, I wanted to check this RightOnTrek. It's a one-serving chicken pasta, and it still don't make sense why it says ditch freeze-dried food bags. I assume it says it's biodegradable, so I assume you can burn it in the fire pit. But unfortunately, Pine Mountain Trail is a fire ban during the fall season right now, and I couldn't burn it anyway, so I'll be hauling it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and this is a one serving of $6, I think is what it was, and I bought a few of them simply because it says it's generously in a sustainable bio-based packaging, whatever that means, and generously sized. So anyway, oh yeah, I did bring my pot this time. So I've got the water, and I'm gonna cook it like it says, cook on low heat for 3 to 4 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and What is this? Freeze-dried chicken. All right, let's take this little thing out. And let's go ahead and pour it in the pot. It says cook on low heat for 3 to 4 minutes and put the cover on it and wait. Let's see how many more minutes. Wait 3 minutes after you turn the heat off. So we'll give you a look at it in a few minutes. Go ahead. Where's your sterno?
My sterno? I haven't put it in there yet. You didn't tell me to.
Yeah, put it. I want to see. I want these people to see how you use a sterno stove. Come on, John. They'll be interested in that.
They will.
Yeah.
Well, I got to figure out how I'm going to open it because I didn't bring my.
Oh, he got.
I'm going to cut myself.
Not everybody uses them sterno stoves like that. That's a gel in there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well.
And then do you light it? I gotta. Yeah.
Do you have a lighter or something?
Yeah, of course I got a lighter. Ooh.
There we go.
It's like, okay, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Then I'm gonna fill it with the water.
Fill it with water and put it on there, huh?
Yeah.
How many liters?
How many? I don't know. I'm only. That's a 2-serving Mountain House, so I'm probably just gonna divide it up and only eat 1 serving tonight.
All right, let's open it up. It's been 3 minutes. Let's see what we look like. I can't do this with one hand, so hold on. It does look like a generous helping now, that it does. For 1 serving, my goodness. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna eat it right out the pot. This is the true test. I see mushrooms in there too. Actually, one spoonful is not gonna, can't do a taste test with 1 spoonful, so let me get another one. Let me get another one. Listen, it's a generous helping, no doubt about it, and I'd buy it again. Yeah, I think so. I like the 1 serving. In fact, to me it looks like a 2 serving, but I'd buy it again. I'm gonna have to give them I'll give them a thumbs up on it. I'm not gonna say a 5 yet, but I'm gonna give them a thumbs up, at least on this Alfredo one here, pasta Alfredo. All right, John, what you got cooking, buddy?
I put a little bit of dehydrated vegetables in here and some of the chicken and rice Mountain House.
John's a little smarter than me. He just opens it up and takes half out and puts it and cooks it, and he still has half in the bag. Pretty simple doing it that way.
Put a little bit too much water in there, so
yeah, it does look a little watery.
It'll be okay. It'll be like a soup.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let me take you around the campsite and show you. John, he's got one of these tents. Made by a company called River Country Products. Now, over here at my tent, this is what I'm rocking today. This is a 4-season Lanshan Pro. Now, don't you have a Z-Packs tent that costs 3 times as much? Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. And I'll tell you why I brought this tent. I call it a fair weather tent. Actually, I like this tent. If it's no rain and a short hike, I usually bring this one, especially in the winter time. See, this 4-season tent has sil nylon here, so wind is not going to come under your vestibule and go through and steal all your heat. Now up here is a little mesh, but it's a warm tent compared to the Z-Packs tent. Yeah, Z-Packs tent is it's a cold tent because it's got all the mesh. Now on a short hike, no rain in the forecast, I'll usually bring this launch on 4-season. I took it up to Hanson's Point in Red River Gorge, and I like it. I like this tent. But if it's going to rain, or if it's a longer height and weight can necessarily be an issue, I'll bring my Z-Packs duplex tent. But the other major con that I dislike about that duplex tent is I don't like that half moon entrance. Whereas the half moon entrance, see, this one has I guess a D type door, but much easier for me to get in and out. I like it. But my good buddy Jason from Jason Outdoors up in Wisconsin, he has the duplex, and he had that issue too. He didn't care for the half moon type that drops down, but he told me, he said what he does, he just opens it a little over halfway. Now I started doing that too, and it works okay when you do it that way, but I'm always concerned that I'm gonna tear that zipper out when I do that. so anyway, but that's just one of the nuances of having tents and hammocks and things, is little things you don't like, and everybody has a different feel for things. So that's my reasoning. All right, all the tents up, leave no trace. This is where I was here, and John is over there finishing up his business. He got an early jump on me this morning.
And I'm still the last one.
Well, all right, this is the campsite we're gonna be leaving. Okay, seeing just a little bit at the top. Got to go up about 6 little fast switchbacks.